So after discussion of frame relay multi-point configuration in routing issue, I'm going to implement point-to-point network over frame relay on Cisco gear. So again I'm using same topology. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep two different subnet for two different permanent virtual circuit. So in multi-point, we assign same subnet out all interface or a router which is connected to the frame relay cloud. But in point-to-point configuration, we need to make them separate. So you should have a unique subnet out every virtual circuit. So no matter if you're running on full mesh topology or hub and spoke, you have to have the unique subnet. So you can go for subnetting, VLSM, or you can take the different network as well. In my case, I'm going to take 192.168, sorry, I'm going to take 100.100.100.0 out this virtual circuit and 200.200.200.0 out this virtual circuit. So in point-to-point configuration, one more thing that you need to know, now you cannot configure on same interface multiple subnet. So because of that, you need to take sub interface from hub, and from spokes you can run on existing interface which is physical, but technically you can also run on sub interface even on hub. But in my case, what I'm going to use, I'm going to take two sub interface out hub, and rest of configuration going to be, sorry, rest of interface going to be the same. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do, default interface S0/0/1, which basically means make this interface as a default configured. So now there is no configuration, and on main interface, which is interface S0/0/1, no shutdown, encapsulation frame relay, which is going to be common on all router. So because of that, I executed command, same command out every router. So exit out from the main interface and select sub interface 1.1, and here you have 4.3 billion sub interface approximately. In my case, I am going to select one. It is up to you what you're going to select. And then after, you also need to specify on what kind of network you're going to configure in this sub interface or particular interface. So suppose if you have another router connected right there, you can make this virtual circuit as a point-to-point and this virtual circuit as a multi-point. So in my case, here I am going to use point-to-point configuration only, but you can do this. So this is point-to-point. Now the IP address will be 100.100.100.1, 255.255.255.0. One more command we need to execute on sub interface. You need to specify which DLCI is going to terminate on this particular interface. So this is frame relay interface DLCI 100 for this interface or this virtual circuit. Likewise, hop over to interface 1/2 frame relay, sorry, first assign IP address, actually IP address 200.200.200.1, 255.255.255.0, then frame relay INTF or interface DLCI is 200. So this is 200 and this one is 100. Now assign IP addresses on spoke router. As I told you earlier, you can configure the same thing using sub interface, or you can apply on existing, which is physical interface. In my case, I'm going to use physical one. So this is core router B. So IP address should be on network of 100. So 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. And make sure you do have do so run interface S0 slash, you have turn on encapsulation. In my case, we have an IP address. This is 200.200.200.2, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown, encapsulation frame relay, which is already enabled. Now check the virtual circuit on hub. So do so, I need to execute command right there. Do so frame relay PVC. So I have two local virtual circuit, which is up or active, you can say. Now I can send data to the destination or spokes. So 100.100.100.2. Yes, I do have a connectivity. 100.100.100. Sorry, there is no 100.100.3. There is actually 200.200.200.2. So 200.200.200.2, I should get reply back from, let me see, so IP interface brief. What's going wrong? It's nothing. So maybe take a little bit time. So frame relay PVC. Now PVC is active. I think I can send, yep. So I can send packet to the destination. So what happens if we're going to implement distance vector routing protocol over multi-point? So exit. I'm going to configure simultaneously on all router. So router rip version 2, no auto summary, and then after network 0.0.0, which means all network which is connected with the router, and verify the routing table. Now we can see we do have routing table of 200.200.200 and 192.168.0, 1 and 2. Similarly, we can implement router enhance IGRP1 and no auto summary again, network 0.0.0, 0.0.0. So check it out. Do so IP route. Now we supposed to have learn network from the enhance IGR. As we can see, we do have. So this is what, if we running point-to-point configuration, we do not have issue of split horizon.